Okay, so I'm going to ask you some questions.
Okay.
So you don't know what any of these are. I just wrote them. They're not like hard.
Okay.
But I just want you to answer honestly.
Okay.
Okay. So how has the overall pregnancy experience been for you so far? Like the whole 8 months.
It's been pretty good. I'm the type to really not do much unless I'm asked to do it. So you haven't asked me to do too much stuff, but you're the type of person that does a lot, so you've taken a lot into your hands, which has been very helpful. So I don't know. It's been what it is. Every day gets a little bit more real. And, as the days go by, your stomach gets a little bigger and bigger. So, it's more real in that sense. Or, I could see, baby kicking a little bit, or you tell me to put my hand on your stomach and I feel it a little bit more. But it's been different, I think once our baby's here, it'll be a lot different, but you've done a lot of setting up everything and getting a lot ready and being very prepared. So I sort of feel like you've taken a lot of, control in that aspect. So, it's gotten me ready in that sense.
Is it what you expected, like pregnancy, from your perspective?
Yeah, I think so. I don't know. I'm very just like, whatever is happening is going to happen. So like, when you tell me the baby shower's this day, I think, yeah, it's been pretty much what I've expected it to be. I think it'll be more real once the baby's here and I see, like crap in and stuff like that and all that, changing diapers. But for now, it seems like what it's supposed to be. Just going through the process of getting ready and preparing for everything, hospital visits. So, yeah.
Okay. So when I told you I was pregnant, I was in Malaysia, and you were in New York for Dean's bachelor party weekend. So when I called you and told you I was pregnant, what were your initial thoughts?
I was excited. I was skeptical because, you said that you weren't right before you had left. So when you told me, I was a little like confused that that you were pregnant, and you had first told me to look at the pregnancy test and see if I could see any lines, which I really didn't. You'd shown me that a couple times and I didn't really see it, but this time I think I saw a faint little line. I think I told you. So yeah, I mean, it was like I was skeptical at first, but I was very happy. But then I was also very like confused because I didn't know what you were gonna do because I knew you were on a work trip. So I was like nervous that you'd have to leave, or and Malaysia isn't the like cleanest country, I guess, in my eyes. I don't know.
It was nice there.
No, I'm sure it's clean, but I meant like I don't know. Like, isn't it like pollution and stuff like that?
No, I think more in other parts of Asia.
Okay, well, Asia in general,
Yeah.
but so I was more so just like worried what the next steps were for you. But I was excited.
Yeah.
It's exciting. I mean,
were you worried at all? It could be like another ectopic.
Yeah, I was definitely, nervous. I think the whole process up until actually seeing like, your belly and like the baby inside there breathing and once we saw the heartbeat and you had the heartbeat machine, I was nervous that whole time with your shots. I was nervous because you were on like high alert or whatever.
Yeah.
Like they were monitoring you. So I was worried throughout the whole process, and yeah, definitely I was a little nervous that it would be another ectopic because I didn't know what that was, but I figured if you had it once, maybe you could have it again, and you already lost one tube, so if you'd lost another tube, then it's a wrap. It's all over.
It's not over. You can do IVF. So I was on the progesterone injections for the entire first trimester. So what were your thoughts on the experience of giving me the shots?
Trying to pawn it off on other people.
But you did it.
No, I know. But I think the first time, because I'm okay with shots, and I thought you'd be okay with them too. So when the first time we did it, I was just like gonna put the needle in, and that was it. But you were like making a big deal out of it, and you were like,
but you didn't even do the first shot.
But I was going to at first.
Yeah.
I had the needle at first.
Yeah.
But you were like, no, hold on.
Yeah.
And you kept doing that, and I was getting a little frustrated. Like, it's just a shot. Like, you're gonna have to do this a lot more.
Yeah.
So eventually, I think I passed it to Nia and was like, just do it. Like, and I think I went upstairs, and then it took like another
down there.
Yeah, like half an hour or hour.
Doreen did the first one.
But there was like a whole nother. It was a long time before you guys actually took the shot.
I did the first shot, like the trigger shot for when we did the letrozole and the Avidril, and that needle was so tiny, and then this needle was like this big, and I was like, it's gonna hit my bone. Like, I just was like,
it was a big needle.
It was big.
But
and like, we're not professional nurses to give a shot.
That's true. But I mean, the doctors, circled where we had to do the shot, and they said that was safe for it to go there.
Yeah.
And you had a good skin back there.
Were you nervous at all any of the times?
Definitely, yeah. I know. I think the first time it bled, I was nervous, and I didn't like the process.
Like the times when it came back out.
Yeah, and I felt like I was doing everything right when you would say pull the needle back even more, but I didn't actually think it was doing anything.
Yeah. Well, they just say to make sure you didn't go into a spot where there's a vein or a vessel or something, because that's how you get an embolism. You put air into it. So you had to make sure there was no air in there.
Yeah. So I would flick the needle I felt like I was on a TV show or something. But yeah, no, it was interesting. Definitely was an experience, and yeah, I mean, I didn't like the part where I had to take the cloth and rub it around for 3 minutes or whatever. That, to me, I didn't like the feeling of that. It just felt weird, so I try to not rub it for as much as you would like me to.
But then if you didn't rub it, it would be sore for me. Mm-hmm. So.
But I mean, I figured you were sore anyway, having to take all those shots. So.
Well, I mean, there's things you can do to make it a little better. So there have been some days where I get nervous because of reduced movement, or my blood pressure's high, or I couldn't find the heartbeat on the Doppler. So how do you feel when I tell you I'm nervous?
I don't know. I think you tend to over exaggerate a little bit, and I think you do a little. So only when
But I don't tell you I'm nervous that often.
I know.
It's rare that I feel like I've, in the 8 months, I feel like there's only been a few days that I'm will text you and be I'm nervous, I want to go to the doctor or something.
Yeah, but out of all those times, everything usually tends to be all right. So.
But, in my defense, I just feel with our history, I feel we're just prone to be more anxious about it.
And cautious, yeah.
Yeah,
I don't know. I don't know. I think with your ectopic, you handled it so bravely, and the doctors made it seem like it was such a big deal that everything after that sort of is just it's not that big of a deal. So I don't get too worried. I always feel
it's gonna be fine.
Everything's gonna be fine. Yeah, if you don't feel a kick or something like that, you end up feeling one later. So I don't think it's really gotten to a point where you're no, this is very serious. I haven't felt a kick in whatever, a day or something. I think one time you told me you didn't feel a kick, and then you felt it a couple hours later.
Yeah.
I don't think anything's gotten so serious that I've been so worried that anything was harmful for the baby.
Yeah.
I did get nervous the one time you fell outside and it was on video. I don't know if you can somehow splice that video in here.
No, but that video's gone.
That gets me nervous. That got me nervous because it's I don't know, I felt like I've always heard on the news or growing up, if a lady falls when she's pregnant, she can lose the baby or something. So that got me nervous, but you didn't seem worried about that. So.
Well, because I fell on my hands and knees, so my stomach didn't hit the ground at all, and it wasn't I more rolled my ankle than anything.
Yeah. So. Yeah, so I mean, that one didn't worry you.
Yeah.
So that didn't worry me, but that, I I think a pregnant lady falling is my biggest fear. And when that happened, I was like, oh shit, like, hope she's okay.
Wow. That's interesting. Okay. Have you yourself, like, besides when I fell outside that day, have you yourself felt any, like, nervousness and anxiety, like, especially as we get, like, closer to her being here?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I don't know what to expect in the delivery room, and I'm sure doctors will tell me, you know, what to do and, you know, where to stand, but, like, I don't want to get in the way and, you know, interfere with anything, but I see pictures of, like, husbands in the room and, like, the whole, like, gowns and all that stuff, so I wonder, you know, I'm sure they'll have me put that stuff on, the scrubs, but,
I wonder if they, because I know if you have a C-section, like, you have to get in scrubs, but, like, if it's just a regular delivery room, like, I don't know if they do scrubs.
Yeah, I don't know. What was your question? Have I felt nervous?
Yeah, like, or anxiety.
Yeah, I guess I'm like, it's good to be nervous, you know, so, like, you know, not knowing what to expect is a good thing, because and we'll learn on the fly, and hopefully nothing happens to the baby because of it.
Have you had any, like, pregnancy moments so far that you've, like, enjoyed, like, your first ultrasound, or, like, anything that's been cool for you as, like, an outsider looking in?
The ultrasounds, to me, I don't know, like other people, it's whatever, you know, it's cool seeing, like, I think the first time seeing our baby on that, like, TV and the pictures was cool. I think reading too. Do they know our baby's name? Mm-mm. Oh, okay. Sorry, I don't want to ruin it. That'll probably come in a later podcast or whatever. But I think reading to our baby has been like interesting. I enjoy doing that, you know. And when you say, like, oh, she's kicking, like, you know, I don't know if she is or not. I can feel it, but, like, I'm sure she is. But that's been cool. I like that. But yeah, the ultrasounds, I just sit there, and I don't think our doctors have done a great job of really getting me involved in it. You know, like,
yeah, but yeah. So
and I'm not the type to ask questions.
Listened to a podcast where the guy was saying that the doctor let him find the heartbeat with their Doppler and things like that. But that was that they had a midwife, and their midwife did that. But he has not been to any of my OB appointments. You only come to the ultrasound, so that's different.
Yeah,
I don't think they would get you involved there. I mean, sometimes, like, I can't even see the screen. I'm like, I can't even see.
Yeah.
But, okay, so we have, like, 4 weeks to go. Mm-hmm. So, kind of along the same lines, like, do you feel like you're ready for her to be here? Are you, like, can you believe, like, there's only 4 weeks left? Or do you feel that's, like, a lot of time or not a lot of time? Because, like, then you have her for the rest of your life.
Yeah, I know. I feel like it's gonna go fast. I still feel like 4 weeks is a lot of time for some reason. Like, it still feels like I have a lot of time until she's here.
Yeah.
But I don't know. What was the question?
No, just like we have about
I think
left.
we're ready. Like, I think, like I said, you've done a good job of getting the room ready, and we're working on the pregnancy bag now and the plan and all that stuff. So I think we're ready.
Like, if we were to go into labor tomorrow, like, you feel like we're ready to go? Yeah,
I think we're ready. The only thing I'm worried about is work, and, like, what if I'm at work, and I know delivery takes a long time, so I'll be able to, I'm sure, leave work and get to the hospital, but like driving you to the hospital, like, how you'll get there. Hopefully,
honestly,
it's on
like,
time.
if you're at work and, like, I'm at work or something, like, I feel like I would just drive myself.
Yeah, I know. That's the only thing I'm worried about.
Like, because then you could just meet me there.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like that's what I would do, because at least that way I'm, like, in the hospital.
Is that okay? I mean, like, are you allowed to drive yourself?
I think pregnant people drive themselves to the hospital.
Oh. I don't know. I mean, you would know better than I would.
I don't know. I mean, I think that's what I'm thinking right now. Like, if like, my water broke, it's not like you go into labor and then, like, 2 seconds later, like, the baby's here. So, if my water broke or something while I was at work, I would just, like, maybe I'll put some extra towels in my car.
I'm just nervous. Like, I just don't know what it'll actually be, like how we'll know it's real, you know? Like
I
today
know,
at the grocery store, you're like, oh, like it hurts, like my stomach or even your lower part hurt or whatever.
Yeah.
But like maybe that was it, you know? Like I don't
Yeah.
know.
No, I know.
What it's actually gonna
my
be.
My doctor always says, she's like, "Are you feeling contractions?" I'm like, I don't know.
Yeah.
Like, because if you're a first timer
You don't know
going
what it
through
feels
this,
like.
you don't know what, like, and it's different for everybody. So.
Yeah, that's the only thing I'm like worried about is just like
when we'll know.
When we'll know, and then getting to the hospital.
But they say like when it happens, like you know.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, but I mean, I still feel like for some reason we have a lot of time when in reality it's probably really not.
No.
Yeah, I know.
It's like a month.
I know. Yeah, I know.
Okay, so the last question that I have is on labor and delivery. So we haven't taken any classes for labor and delivery. We took a CPR class and we're doing a breastfeeding class, but nothing on labor and delivery.
The CPR class was like a joke, though.
No, but it's good to know.
It was good to know, yeah, but like the one we took, I feel like was like just, I don't know. You didn't get like a. We could have took one where we got a certificate or something like that. That just seemed like it was a waste of money.
Okay. All right, whatever. It was only like $25. It wasn't like. So we're not taking a labor and delivery class because I want to have a natural birth, and I feel like in those classes, it's more focused like if you want an epidural or if you're gonna have a C-section or something like that. So I don't even want to go through that. But I did make you watch one birth vlog. Remember? From The Bachelor.
Oh, yeah.
And so we watched that, and she had a natural birth. Mm-hmm. And then we watched... No, I made you listen to that podcast where it was all from the guy's perspective.
Yeah, the 2-part one.
Yeah. But nothing else, really. Like, you haven't been prepped in any other way. So, like, how are you feeling about that? Like, do you feel like you need more prep, or you're just, like, gonna, in the moment, like...
I think, yeah, I'm just gonna take it, like, how I take it. I mean, like, the doctors will be there. There'll be nurses there. Like, they're gonna tell me when I need to do something, you know? Like, they're not gonna be like, okay, take over. Like, you know, you're delivering the baby. Like, no, there's people that do their job.
In, like, birth classes, they'll, like, you can coach me, like, okay, breathe. Or
yeah,
like,
I think I can do fine with that. Like, I've coached basketball teams. I've coached. Like, I mean, like, it's just coaching people. I know how you are. Like, I know what bothers you and what hopefully relaxes you. And I've got, you know, like, some ideas of, like, stuff I'll say, hopefully. You know, like, I'm sure you'll yell at me and tell me things, like, be quiet. But, like...
Yeah, because I can only imagine being in, like, severe pain without, like, pain medicine. Like, if you're, like, in pain or, like, the last thing I feel like I'm going to want is someone in my ear being like, oh, you're doing great. Or, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I feel like those type, like, you know, like, even when giving me the shots and, like, it would hurt sometimes and you'd be like, it's fine. And
But then again, in CrossFit, when I would try and coach you, you would always say, like, shut the hell up.
Yeah, well,
like,
that's how I am. Like,
you
I
don't
feel
like that motivational coaching.
Because, like, I was reading, like, oh, you might want to make a music playlist, and I'm like, I don't think I could listen. Like, I like quiet when I'm, like, in pain, or, like, I don't think I want, like, I think music in the background would annoy me. Because even, like, when I hear a song that's, like, very repetitive, you know it annoys me.
Yeah.
So, I feel like that'll be interesting to see how that kind of, like, plays out, but...
Yeah, I think just my presence there hopefully will be, like,
do you think you'll, like, be up here, or, like, do you think you want to watch her come out?
I don't know. I think I'm going to be down below for some reason. Yeah, I don't know.
Huh.
I mean, I think that's just where I'll be standing. I don't know. There's going to be doctors and stuff there.
No, but you're allowed to, like, watch.
Yeah. I don't know, to be honest. Because now people say, like, after the baby comes out, there's that extra stuff that comes out.
After the baby comes out, then you...
Turn away?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's not like a baby and then placenta. It's like baby and then, like, you still have to, like, push the placenta out. It's not... Okay. It doesn't just, like, fall out.
Yeah, so maybe I'll be down below. I don't know, to be honest with you. I'm just going to do whatever I'm supposed to be doing, you know, and just let it happen how it's supposed to happen.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
That's all the questions I have.
Was this an ongoing series, or?
Yeah, we could do one, I don't know, like, after she's here, and I want to ask you your perception of the labor and delivery experience for you.
Yeah.
Because it's interesting because, like, for me, the pregnancy, it's, like, all happening to me. Mm-hmm. So it's just interesting to hear from, like, your perspective.
Yeah, I mean, there's not much I can do, you know. I try to sympathize with you a little bit because I know you have, like, a human being inside of you, but you do a lot, and you try and get a lot of things done, and still, you know, people ask if you're still working, you still work. So it's not like you've been, bedridden and stuff like that, where I have to do a lot more around the house. Like, you're still doing a lot of stuff. So that makes it easier for me. Yeah, I don't know.
Okay. Any questions for me?
No. Are you feeling all right?
Yeah, that was weird in the store today. It was, like, a lot of pressure. But I think that, like, I was Googling it. I think that's just what happens as you get, like, closer and the baby's, like, she's definitely dropping more. So, I mean, we're in the home stretch, so.
Yeah.
Less than a month.
I'm excited to meet her.
Me too. All right, that's it. Okay. End it.